जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर His Divine Grace K.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, all glories for Sangha, all glories for Sangha, all glories for Sangha, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Bhagavan, Shri Bhagavan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam
Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Nashtaprayeshu Bhaktesu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 1, Text number 38. Paradevata prasadadivata
Paradevata prasadadivata
Paradevata prasadadigatatma
Paradevata prasadadigatatma
Pratyavamarshena Anudavritebhya
Pratyavamarshena Anudavritebhya
Putrebhya imam yathadayam
Putrebhya imam yathadayam
Vibhajya bhukta bhogam cha marishim
Vibhajya bhukta bhogam cha mahishim
Mrutakamiva saha mahavibhuti
Mritakamiva saha mahavibhutim upahaya
Swayam nihita nirvido rudhi
Swamita nirvedori
Pruhita hari viharanubhavo
Vihita hari viharanubhavo
Bhagavato naradasya padavim punarevanusasara
Bhagavato
Word translation. Paradevata of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Prasada
Prasada
by the mercy.
By the mercy.
Adhigata
Adhikata
obtain.
obtain
Atma Traptya va Marshena
Atma
Pratyavamarshena
by self-realization.
By self-realization.
Anupravruttebhya
Anupravritebhya
who exactly follow his path.
Who exactly follow his path.
Putrebhya
Putrebhya
unto his sons.
unto his sons.
Imam
Imam
this earth.
this earth.
Yathadayam
Yathadayam
exactly according to the inheritance.
exactly according to the inheritance.
Vibhajya
Vibhajya
dividing.
dividing
Bhakta bhogam
Bhukta bhogam
whom he enjoyed in so many ways.
whom he enjoyed in
enjoyed in so many ways.
Cha
Cha
also.
also.
Mahishim the queen. Vritikam eva exactly like a dead body.
Exactly like a dead body.
Saha
Saha with
Mahavibhutin,
Mahavibhutin,
great opulence,
great opulence,
Apahaya,
giving
giving up,
up,
Swayam,
Swayam,
himself,
himself,
Nihita,
Nihita,
perfectly taken to, Nirvedaha,
Nirvedaha,
renunciation,
renunciation,
Vidhi,
Vidhi,
in the heart,
in the heart,
Vihita,
Vihita,
accepted,
accepted,
Hari,
Hari,
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
of the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
Vihara,
Vihara,
pastime,
pastime,
Anubhavaha,
Anubhava,
such an attitude,
in such an attitude,
Bhagavataha,
Bhagavataha,
of the great saintly person,
of the great saintly person,
Naradasya,
Naradasya,
of Saint Narada,
of Saint Narada,
Padavim,
Padavim,
position,
position,
Punaha,
Puna,
again,
again,
Eva,
Eva,
certainly,
certainly,
Anusasara,
Anusasara,
began to follow.
began to follow.
began to follow.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai!
By the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Maharaj Priyavrata reawakened to his senses. He divided all his earthly possessions among his obedient sons. He gave up everything, including his wife, with whom he had enjoyed so much self-gratification, and his great opulent kingdom, and he completely renounced all attachment. His heart, having been cleansed, became a place of pastime for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, he was able to return to the path of Krishna consciousness, spiritual life, and resume the position he had attained by the grace of great Narada, great Saint Narada. Purport. As enunciated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshashtakam, Cheto Darpana Marjana Bhava Mahadava Nirvapanam. As soon as one's heart is cleansed, the blazing fire of material existence is immediately extinguished. Our hearts are meant for the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This means that one should be fully Krishna conscious, thinking of Krishna as he himself advises, Manmana Bhavamat Bhaktya Madhyari Mam Namastu. This should be our only business. One whose heart is not clean cannot think of the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord. But if one can once again place the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his heart, he very easily becomes qualified to renounce the material attachment. Mayavadi philosophers, yogis and jnanis try to give up this material world simply by saying Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. This world is false. There is no use of it. Let us take to Brahman. Such theoretical knowledge will not help us. If we believe that Brahman is the real truth, we have to place within our heart the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, as Maharaj Amrish did. Savai Mana Krishna Padarvindayam. One has to fix the lotus feet of the Lord within his heart. Then he gets the strength to be freed from material entanglement. Maharaj Priyavrata was able to give up his opulent kingdom, and he also gave up the association of his beautiful wife as if she were a dead body. However beautiful one's wife and however attractive her bodily features, one is no longer interested in her when her body is dead. We praise a beautiful woman for her body, but that same body, when bereft of a spirit soul, is no longer interesting to any lusty man. Maharaj Priyavrata was so strong by the grace of the Lord that even though his beautiful wife was alive, he could give up her association exactly like one who is forced to give up the association of the wife. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadesh kamaye mava janmani janmanishvare bhavatad bhaktir ayaputikoye." O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth. Or one who desires to advance in spiritual life. Attachment to material opulence and attachment to a beautiful wife are two great impediments. Such attachments are condemned even more than suicide. Therefore, anyone desiring to cross beyond material nations must, by the grace of Krishna, be freed from the attachment to women and money. When Maharaj Priyavat became completely free from these attachments, he could again peacefully follow the principles instructed by the great sage Narada. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुधापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातं सगणा रघुनाथान्वितं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौर हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्ते तप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी नमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 1, text number 38. By the grace of the Supreme Person of God, Maharaj reawakened to his senses. He divided all his earthly possessions among his obedient sons. He gave up everything, including his wife, with whom he had enjoyed so much self-gratification, and his great opulent kingdom, and he completely renounced all attachment. His heart, having been cleansed, became a place of pastimes for the Supreme Personal Godhead. Thus he was able to return to the path of Krishna consciousness, spiritual life, and resume the position he had attained by the grace of his great saint Narada. Devat Maharaj was happy to be with Narad Muni in the ashram, leading a path of renunciation. However, his father wanted him very much, and then still he was not ready to accept it. He was very much frustrated in the attempt to convince him. Then he brought Brahma, head of the universe. And Brahma told that this is a desire of the Lord. There is no one now to take care. We have to accept this responsibility to take care of the entire universe. So on the request of Brahma, he accepted it. But still, the material energy is so powerful that he was absorbed in various activities. But then by the mercy of the Lord, again he reawakened his consciousness. He was doing such activities, wonderful activities, which human beings, normal human cannot be empowered by the Lord. The nature of material world is entangling. So even such a powerful person as Devat Maharaj, he was distracted, but by the grace of the Lord, because he had accepted on behalf of the Lord, Lord again reawakened. By the grace of the Lord, Devat Maharaj reawakened to his senses. That means he very well knew it. Then why should I get entangled? And then when he got entangled, because of his strong desire not to get entangled, he could come out of it. Because of his previous training by Narad Muni and his previous experience in the ashram, he was able to come out by the grace of the Supreme Lord. And how he came out, he gave up everything, including his wife, with whom he had enjoyed so much self-gratification, and his great opulent kingdom. Everybody wants in this world beautiful wife or beautiful powerful husband and a lot of material opulences. But then when they get it, there is troublesome. When they lose it, then so much pain. Nobody wants to give it. Till the back of end of their life, they just want to hold on their positions, opulences. Only those who are practicing Krishna consciousness, they only actually can handle the powers in this material world. Kingly powers or opulences. They are very much afraid. They understand the nature of this material world. They are not very enthusiastic about it. But when ordained by the Lord or his representatives, the devotees may accept sometimes, and they execute their responsibilities just to serve the Lord. They get the protection of the Lord. Bhoga Ishware Tasaktanam Taya Aparta Chetasa. Krishna says, those who are absorbed in Bhoga and Aishwarya, their intelligence is stolen away by Maya. Aparta Chetasa. Aparan. Aparan means kidnapping. Maya kidnaps their intelligence. In Marathi also there is a word called aparan. Aparan karna. Hindi karna. Aparan. Taya aparta chetasa. Their intelligence is stolen away by the mind. Those who are absorbed in Bhoga and Aishwarya, they cannot understand. Good instructions also do not appeal to their hearts. Sometimes they are in association of great saintly persons, they may get that understanding. Maybe mercy of the Vaishnavas. There was a Vikramaditya, King Vikramaditya. He had one brother, Bhartrhari. Bhartrhari was so absorbed into enjoying with his beautiful wife. He wrote 100 verses glorifying his beauty. Like Shingar Shatak. Shingar Shatak means Shingar, the beauty. 100 verses he wrote in Sanskrit. They are available. So, describe the beauty of his wife. And it's very poetic Sanskrit. He was thinking that my wife loves me so much, and he was very much attached to him. Vikramaditya was used to guide his brother on the right path. And his wife would not like it. And because of that, ultimately in Bhartrhari, there was a misunderstanding between them, and Bhartrhari actually vanished with Ravana several times. Then later on in his life, it so happened that one prostitute came. Somebody came and he gave him some sadhu came. Sadhu came and gave him the jewel, very, very precious jewel. Very, very costly and very rare. So Bhartrhari took that jewel and gave it to his wife naturally, whom he was so much attached and loved. But after a few months, a few days, one prostitute came and she gave the jewel to the king, same jewel. And she said that you are so great. So I thought of giving this to you as a gift from my side. Bhartrhari was shocked how this jewel came to the prostitute. And then he inquired what happened. So he said that the Bhartrhari's wife, she had affair with somebody. So she gave to him because she thought he loves me. So that was given to her, him. But that person had affair with somebody else. So he was attached to the prostitute. So he gave to the prostitute. And prostitute was actually liking King Bhartrhari. So she came back to the king to give that. And then he understood the whole thing. But I love her, but he loves somebody else. And that person loves somebody else. Attached. Love is from attachment. Bhartrhari became completely renounced by that. He gave up everything. And he wrote Vairagya Shatak. The 100 verses, glorifying renunciation. And he gave up his kingdom, and he became a mendicant, sadhu. Of course, that renunciation came out of frustration. That has to be stabilized by the good association purposes. Otherwise, again one becomes attached to something else. So, I don't know what happened later on for this story. But many times people get some frustrating experience in this world. Usually the impulsiveness, is. But that renunciation becomes stable when they are actually in association of the saintly person, proper saintly person. Then they actually understand the value of being renounced from this world. So this material world is made in such a way, it is to fulfill the living entity's desires, material desires. But it becomes so entangling that everybody in this world carrying complicated karmic reactions. Anadi karma phale padi bhavan no chale tarivare na dekhe upai. And this karmic reactions are so complex and so dangerous that any time anything may happen in one's life. No one knows. Of course, the Lord Krishna knows it. But because the living entities have this strong desire to enjoy in the material world, the Maya is then temporary. Forgetfulness, covering potency. And therefore, everyone thinks that I will go on in this world enjoying. Alright. Although there are so many sufferings. Mahadavagni. Everybody is suffering. Fire of material existence. In Kali Yuga, we can see it very clearly. How much uncertainty is there and how much suffering there. During this COVID, everybody is so afraid, scared. But then, the nature of Maya is that she makes again cover everything. We are taking so much precautions, but then they become frustrated. Everybody wants freedom. They don't want restrictions. But this so-called freedom of this material existence is all the more suffering in the life of the people. So one should know what is real freedom. People think that if I have big positions, I have a lot of money, and if I have a lot of followers, then I will become more free and I will enjoy it. As long as one's consciousness is contaminated, mind is contaminated, senses are uncontrolled, there is no question of actually becoming happy and peaceful in this world. One's mind will be constantly agitated. Bhukti, mukti, siddhi, kami, sakale, aksha. Those who are after bhukti, also after mukti. Mukti means enjoyment, material enjoyment. And mukti means avoiding troubles, becoming free from the troubles. Mukti, mukti, siddhi. Siddhi means there are some people who want to become free from the problems by getting liberation. There are some people who want to become free from problems by getting big powers, siddhis. Siddhi kami, yogic siddhis, yogic powers. Yogis can perform miracles, they can cure diseases, they can extend their lives, they can live a healthy life. All these people remain always restless in their minds. Because same thing, uncontrolled mind and senses. Material desires don't go away by these things. Those who are gross materialists, they think by enjoying more material, like some gratification, I will become free from these hankerings. Why should I kill my desires? Why should I suppress my desires? Let me just exercise whatever the mind says. Let me enjoy. That's what I advertise. Maharashtra will write in some shops, not shops, some hotels are there. Jiwala Kha. You have heard this word. Kha means enjoy eating. Don't try to starve. This nice item is made here. Whatever is, they are selling it for your soul this way. You accept this enjoyment. Otherwise, how will you become happy in your life? Accept this material enjoyment. That will make you peaceful and happy. More people accept material enjoyment, more they become restless. There is no peace. And somebody says that peace will come by actually controlling mind and senses. Impossible. How is possible? If my mind and senses are controlled, then I will become frustrated. Mind and senses should be given freedom more and more. That's what the mind says. There is no restrictions. But the Gita is teaching that the real peace will come, happiness will come when we become free from the slavery of the mind and senses. Mind and senses, material mind and senses are actually not our properties. This is property of the illusory energy, Maya. Soul has its own mind and senses in pure state. This subtle body and gross body, what we have accepted, is a product of this material nature. And it's not in our hand. It's directed by the illusory energy. But of course according to our desires. Now what we deserve for. So to control mind and senses, it's not in our hand. We are so insignificant in comparison to this material energy. Only when we take shelter of the Supreme Lord, then only mind and senses can be controlled. When we get higher taste in Krishna consciousness, Param Vishwami Vartate, then this hankering will go away. Not by performing more sense-gratified activities, it will go away. No, it will increase. It's like putting the fuel in the fire. That's what the conditioned soul's mind thinks. Unless you do it, how will you become peaceful? The way to become peaceful is not to act. It's to actually act in Krishna consciousness. To act, not act for sense gratification. More one acts for sense gratification unrestrictedly, without direction of the scriptures, more Maya will have influence over the person. Daya apurta chetasa. Maya will still have influence. Vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhana vidhi. He cannot have resolute determination to practice Krishna consciousness. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Krishna says, if you have resolute determination that I want to practice Krishna consciousness and perfect my life in this life. I want to get out of these clutches of the illusory energy. That resolution is required. But more one get involved in sense gratification, the mind get distracted in so many directions. One get bewildered. By regulations, only one can come to the certain level, one can understand that this mind and senses are the cause of my troubles. At least Prabhupada says one should get that realization. It should pinch. Why? Why am I getting into this lusty things and greedy? That should be pinching to the heart. Then you are making actually advancement. All the world thinks that this is the way of life to enjoy. There is nothing wrong with this. In fact, trying to stop the input to the mind and senses is violence. Unnecessary suffering, stopping. It's voluntarily stopping. But the voluntary stopping is possible only when you are getting higher taste. Krishna consciousness gives higher taste. When the mind is clean, all the suffering will go. That's what Mahaprabhu says. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. The mind is clean, then this hankering will go away. Then the mind will become actually a friend. This mind can be utilized. Think about Krishna. Manmana bhavamat bhaktva. Samadhi stage means one is able to think constantly about the Supreme Lord. Complete absorption, 24 hours. Yashoda Mai, she always thinks about Krishna. How to serve Krishna, how to make Krishna happy. The object of meditation is Krishna. Krishna is the source of all pleasure. He is a source of all the rasas, divine knowledge. Akhila rasa amrita murti. Everything in relation to Krishna is beautiful and very sweet. Madhuram, Madhuram, that song is. So if you are able to think of Krishna always, then this material world will vanish. It will not exist for us. There are no troubles, no things in the material world which can make a devotee actually suffer, who is absorbed in Krishna. One cannot make him suffer. Prahlad Maharaj says that, my dear Lord, I don't have any sufferings in my life because I am constantly absorbed in your glories, singing your glories. Naivod Vijay Paradurutya Vaitaranyas. Virya Gayana Maha Mruta Magna Chitta. The mind is completely absorbed in remembering and singing your glories that I don't have problem, my dear Lord, in this material world. But devotee wants to go back to Krishna, doesn't want to be in this material world. But Prahlad is saying, I want to be here to send the people to back to you. These people are so foolish. They are running after Maya. Maya, Sukhaya, Bharam, Udvahat, Vimulan. They are so foolish. Vimulas. They are running after these illusory pleasures offered by the mind. Sense gratification. Indriyartha. Naivo Vijay Paradurutya Vaitaranyastvad Gayana Mahamrita Magna Chitta. Shoche Tato Vimuka Chetasa Indriyartha. They have turned their faces away from you and they are running after this sense gratification. Indriyartha. They are running behind the Maya. Maya Sukhaya. Bharam. Udvat Vimula. So I want to send them back. That is the spirit. Not that you want to stay here to develop this material world, make more facilities for the people to gratify their senses, helping the poor, giving their emotional gratification. Because devotee may help the poor, but not with understanding that there is some problem in the creation of God. Devotee helps the poor people also, making them understand that the problem is that you have forgotten Krishna. That is a good cause. Krishna has no problem supplying everyone. He can use abundantly, can give. Because they have misused their freedom, they are suffering. Now if they again get connected to Krishna, they can be again happy. Everything they can get in their lives. Like Krishna bless. So devotee understand this is a prime necessity. All other activities which are done to solve the problems in this world are only illusion. Rather, this activity is done to solve the problems become the cause of the more problems. Dukkha aushadam tadati dukkha. Dukkha aushadam tadati dukkha means person thinks that this is a misery, this is a solution for this misery, but that itself becomes the cause of bigger misery, other miseries. So without transformation of the hearts, simply to try to make material progress will get people into more and more bewildering and suffering situations. So one should know what is good and how to administer good as per the scriptures. Sometimes it appears very nice, we should help poor, we should do some social service. And if you do these things, you will get a lot of praise in this world. On the material platform, somebody is trying to help. People get a lot of praise and glorifications. And we do something for Krishna consciousness, most of the people will not be appreciated. Few intelligent people may appreciate this Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada, when he met his spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he was following that time Gandhi's movement. And he said that first we have to get freedom. Who leader? Otherwise, hear the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was so pleased. Krishna consciousness is urgency. It doesn't wait for anything. And actually did it. During Britishers' time, when British were ruling, he had 64 matas. Hundreds and thousands of people. 10,000 disciples he had. Big temples he constructed. So much so that British became alarmed. They sent some spies to find out what he is doing. So many youngsters are joining him. So two spies were sent to the ashram. So they came, they shaved their heads, stayed as Jyoti Kurta, attending Bhagavatam classes to find out, taking prasadam, associating with devotees. Their purpose was to inform the Britishers what is happening in the matas. But after few days, few months of staying, they went to Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and they offered obeisances and they said, we were actually spies sent by the Britishers. But now we can understand what is the real goal of our life. We want to dedicate our lives here only. And they stayed in the ashram. They never went back again. So, That is how Bhaktisaranga Thakur was powerful. When he's saying that Krishna consciousness doesn't wait for anything, it's Arjun saying. That's how the pure devotees see it. And they all see that, he said, only one problem in this world is, he said, lack of Krishna consciousness. And to solve the problems in this world, only one solution is there, to become Krishna conscious. That's what the pure devotee sees. From the top, the people have lost their relationship with Krishna, and therefore there are so many problems happening. And they, under the spell of illusion, they only see immediate causes. Or they may see some intermediate cause, at the most some remote cause. Whole science is trying to find out causes, but they are not able to see the ultimate cause, Krishna. The ultimate cause of suffering is people's lost relationship with Krishna. They have turned their faces away from Krishna. Maya, Sukhaya, Vimukha. Shoche tato vimukha chetas indriyata. They have turned their face away from the God and trying to independently enjoy senseless and gratification. And therefore they are suffering. That is the vision of a pure devotee of the Lord. Therefore he sees with that vision, and he sees the solution as Krishna consciousness. That is the ultimate solution. All other solutions are simply patch-up solutions. Just to, somebody has got some boil on the body, go on just making blowing the air. The boil has the pain inside, that blowing may do this for seconds something. Or even if the ointment, we put some ointment also, without curing the disease of the blood, which is called the boil. So different solutions at different levels in the material world, they are simply the blowing or putting some ointment, while the disease remains the same. The boil will go from here and will go to another part. Again you put the ointment, it will go from here to go to another part. In the meantime, person has to suffer, and they say, we have got a medicine that it cures the boil. So keep on applying the medicine and keep on suffering in the material world. Somebody asked, but why the boil is there at all? I want to get out of this boil permanently. That we don't accept. We have big hospitals, we have so many technological machines are there, CT scan, MRI scan, this scan, that scan. But can they assure that the disease will be finished? In fact, if you carefully observe such kind of more, this advancement in a commercial way is causing people more suffer in the hospitals. And they are still proud that we have so many advancing technology, while the original problem of disease remains the same. Shastras are telling that disease is not natural for the soul. This is conditioned. Soul is getting this. Divided soul don't have disease. There is no disease in spiritual world. There is no old age. There is no death. Now, under the spell of illusory energy, everybody thinks these are natural things. Let us now think about how to get medicine. This is how unfortunate situation is. Everybody thinks only about these patch-up solutions. So the real solution is to become Krishna conscious. And Krishna consciousness means understanding the danger of this material world also. At the same time understanding the beauty of spiritual world. Jai Shri Shri Radha Govinda Bhagavan ki Jai Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Maiya ki. Both the things. What is real knowledge and what is the ignorance? Vidyam cha avidyam. What is Vidya and what is avidya? Discrimination. What is Maya and what is Krishna? When one becomes Krishna conscious, one can also see Maya clearly by the grace of Krishna. Vedavya saw, when he saw Krishna, he also saw Maya, subordinate to Krishna. She is like a shadow. छायवयस्य भुवनानि विवर्तते सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छायवयस्य भुवनानि विवर्तिते. So this illusory energy is acting on behalf of the Lord to respond to the conditioned soul's material desires. It is not Krishna want to torture the deities. Krishna is facilitating their material desires. Ultimately, that itself lead to that suffering in their lives. Maya just makes someone forget Krishna. Those who want to forget, she facilitates them. She covers for knowledge. Those who sincerely want to come out of it, they have somehow or other developed their faith. Krishna's words, little faith, and then they want to get out of the mind. Then they take shelter of the Lord. What happens when we take shelter of the Lord? Krishna actually makes them free from this mind. So this Bilva Mangal Thakur, this Saurashtra comes in. What kind of dangerous thief is this? Who makes those who take shelter of this thief, he make them divide up all the opulence of this world. What is it? Akinchana. And make them paupers wandering in the streets. Huh? People become afraid. Yesterday I was reading to devotee. Dhanam cha manam cha. No, that before that. Akinchani kritya padashitam ya karoti bhikshum patigeha hinam. Kenapi aho bhishana chaura idrika. Drishta shuto va na jagat prayati. I have not seen in 3 worlds such a dangerous thief, that those who take his shelter, he take away all their wealth and their opulences and make them homeless beggars wandering, paupers. Such a fearsome thief has been never seen or heard in the 3 worlds. So, I was yesterday sitting and reading to one devotee. People will read, people will become afraid of Krishna consciousness. Actually, he is speaking out of ecstasy. And how the Lord is so wonderful. This attachment to these material things is a cause of bondage. Sometimes when Krishna says that something is becoming an obstacle in the lives of the Krishna consciousness, and the devotees want to get out of this material world, and Krishna helps him by doing this. It's not that he does for everyone this. Krishna can sometimes give so abundantly, and you see fruit vendor giving so much wealth. When he sees that one can handle properly, he can give, open his treasury. And when he sees that one is getting more and more bound in this world, and want to get out of this, then he helps. And those who want it, neophytes, Krishna gives them also. Those who come, artho jigyasu arthati. But he will not give himself. He will not give pure devotional service. Muktim dadati. I can give liberation easily, but not myself. Bhakti. Nija bhakti. Muktim dadati tarhichit. I can give liberation easily, but not the pure devotional service to me. Those who really want it, Krishna consciousness, then only Krishna gives that, bestows that. Because bestowing pure devotional service means Krishna becomes subservient to Sri Devi. Later verse says that. Muktim dadati karichit smana bhakti yoga. Great sage Narada said, my dear Maharaj Yudhishthira, the Supreme Person of Godhead is always ready to help you. He is your master, he is Guru, God, very dear friend and head of your family. Yet sometimes he agrees to act as your servant or order carrier. You are greatly fortunate because this relationship is possible only by Bhakti Yoga. The Lord can give liberation very easily, but he does not very easily give one Bhakti Yoga. But because by that process he is bound to his devotee, bound to the devotee. Muktim dadati karichit smana bhakti yoga. So this bhakti yoga means renunciation from this material. Bhakti para isha anubhava viraktir anyatracha. Virakti means becoming free from this material world, which is causing repetition of birth and death, sufferings, threefold miseries. We sing the prayer in the morning, that Bhutashuddhi prayer, where it says that by nature I am eternal servant of Sri Krishna, but by misfortune, due to being inimical towards him since time immemorial, I have identified myself with this material body, suffering, continuously wandering a cycle of birth and death, suffering, burning threefold miseries, every life. Now, as a result of some unimaginable good fortune, by mercy of my spiritual master, I know that I am Krishna's eternal servant, completely infinitesimal spiritual being, infinitesimal spiritual being, completely apart from this gross and subtle body. Now I have got good fortune to be engaged in this service of the lotus feet of my Guru and Sri Krishna. So this is how to play Bhutashuddhi. Bhutashuddhi means you purify your bodily elements, subtle body and gross body, and meditation like this. Self-realization means this, to see I have accepted this material body unnecessarily. Narad Muni is reading the other day. Narad Muni, when he is associated with the Bhaktivedantas, he could come to this realization, I have unnecessarily accepted this material body. It's not person becomes frustrated to want to commit suicide, not like that. He becomes indifferent. Why have I accepted this material way of life, which is a trouble for myself and for others also. Everybody in this world is suffering, and it makes others also suffer by the activities. So now, let me take up to Krishna consciousness fully. And that Krishna consciousness is Vairagya Vidya, becoming free from this material world, and act in this world as a servant of the Lord. So those who are great Vaishnavas, even though they may be holding, like Yudhishthira Maharaj, a position of a big king, they are called Akinchanas, because they are not attached to anything material. So they are fully attached to Krishna. Their purpose of being in this material world is just to execute Krishna's will. They don't have any other separate interest. So therefore, their business is only practice Krishna consciousness. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he was ruling the world, his ruling of the world was only because Krishna wanted it. And when Krishna wanted them to wind up immediately, without any hesitation, gave everything to the Parikshit Maharaj and took a saffron from this world, without telling to Draupadi also and his friends also. Next day, he just, as soon as he heard the news, Krishna has left the planet. Now our job is over, our task is over. So let me just prepare myself to go to where Krishna wants me to go. And And this is how the devotee remains detached from this material world because of attachment to Krishna. One who is attached to Krishna, he may apparently act in this world as if he is attached, but he is attached to nothing on this world. As soon as Krishna wants him to do something else, he is immediately ready. That's why sometimes great Vaishnava activities are difficult to understand. Vaishnava Kriya Mudra Vijnana Bhujaya. But if you go in depth of their consciousness, then you will understand that they are not attached to anything of this world. They can just quit anything what they are having if Krishna wants them to do. So they are also called Akinchana, because they understand very clearly that this is not my property. Everything belongs to Krishna. And as long as Krishna wants me to, let me just execute for his purpose. And that makes one person actually become free from these material entanglements. Attachment to Krishna, love for Krishna, and doing everything for Krishna's sake. Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. One who acts on his own behalf is entangled. Yajna means Vishnu. Yajnarthat karmano anyatra. One who performs yajna or the activities for Vishnu, such a person is only liberated. Otherwise, one is bound. Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Karma bandhan comes immediately. As soon as one acts on one's own behalf for one's own self-gratification, immediately Maya attracts. Reaction is immediately put on the person's account. But if one is acting on behalf of Krishna, then acting on behalf of Krishna is not simply intellectual adjustment of thinking. One is very clear about it. And therefore the Krishna is in the heart and Guru is there, somewhere outside. Just like when you are acting in any institution, they make very clear that your job is done for them. Right? With all their different strategies, they just make sure that you are working for them. So many people are working on computers, but then there will be password for you, there will be login for you, and there will be observation. They make sure that everything is done for their sake. Krishna doesn't want that kind of things. Krishna wants everything to be done voluntarily, like this for him. That all the fruits are going to him out of love. If he sees such an enthusiasm of a devotee, that devotee loves me so much, he doesn't want anything else, then Krishna actually reveals more and more to such devotee. And such devotee can experience Krishna 24 hours. And Krishna love. Every activity he performs in Krishna consciousness becomes completely satisfying to the heart. And devotee does not want to have anything of this world. Because everything of this world without Krishna is actually all troubles, sources of misery and entanglement and ultimately death and old age and disease. So many other frustrations, threefold miseries. One who can clearly see that and he takes shelter of Krishna, when his life becomes auspicious. Pranata dehina papa karshana. Those who take shelter, then all the sinful tendencies are taken away by love. And those who are virachita bhayam Krishna dhuriyate charana viyusham samsruti charana viyusham samsruti gayat samsruti gayat. Those who are really afraid of this material existence, Krishna gives them shelter when they take his shelter. Charana viyusham samsruti bhayat. He makes them free from these material dangers. Virachita bhayam vrishni dhuriyate charana viyusham samsruti bhayat. One should be afraid of this material. Prabhupada said that devotee should have sufficient fear, healthy fear of Maya. How many is that devotees are not sufficiently afraid? You should have fear. I don't want to lose Krishna consciousness. It is such a rare thing. So many people are in this world, so many entities are wandering. How many are Krishna conscious? I have got such a great fortune to understand these things and become Krishna conscious. I don't want to lose them. So this renunciation of devotee gates, it is not either by force nor by frustration. It is when you see Krishna is so wonderful. Spiritual world is so wonderful. What am I doing here in this spiritual world? We have both options clearly seen. This condemned place where everybody is dying repeatedly, that is eternal place where everybody is eternally living and happily. Here everybody is trying to exploit, everybody is trying to serve there. There is no envy there, everybody is envious in this material world. Why should I want to do something here in this place? For whom I want to do? To attract more envy and more enmity in this world. I want to establish myself. If I have to do something, go and do in Krishna's place. Jesus Christ said, if you want to build home, build in the kingdom of God. Right? Bible says that. If you want to construct a home, construct in the kingdom of God. Construct here, either home will go away or you will go away. How long it will live in there? There are the palaces are there, Chintamani, Tatarasat, Masutal, Parish. There you make to go endeavors. Then you will feel satisfied. So those who have made this goal to go back to the kingdom of God, they become happy in this life also. Natural outcome of that is that a devotee becomes free from all the dangers. There is no danger at every step for a devotee whose consciousness is absorbed in Krishna. So this real absorption in Krishna naturally leads to renunciation. Bhakti para ish anubhava virakti anvitrachi. Virakti is natural. So this virakti is from this condemned place, repetition of birth and death. Who would like to want to attach to this place? Only crazy. We are all crazy people, that's why we are here. Prabhupada said, my Guru Maharaj said, only no gentleman will want to be in this material world. This is not a place for gentlemen to be. So anybody becomes sober and he gets another option, spiritual world. Why will you want to stay and die repeatedly, become old and get death and diseases, keep on fighting, endless struggle. Maya is playing with everyone, game, offering to become this. You can become Brahma, you can become Indra, you can become this. She is always offering different positions. You will win the game. And no one wins the game. Nobody has won the game of Maya. But she is so powerful that no one can stop playing it also. She makes sure that everybody is playing and nobody can win. This is material world. So why to unnecessarily struggle in this world? So here the example of Prabhupada Maharaj is there. Even such an opulent person, he did such a wonderful thing as creating son, another son. He is coming to the conclusion that why am I absorbed in this self-gratification? Leaving my such a wonderful association of Nagar Muni. I want to again become Krishna conscious. Okay. Bhagavatam is sometimes telling all these success stories to show that ultimately that is not success story. This is success story is to go back to God again. How Prabhupada Maharaj is fully focused going back to spiritual world. So Mahaprabhu has said, usually people will find when you go to some temples, I remember we go to one temple, famous temple of this Maharashtra, Kolhapur. Mahaprabhu also visited there, Mahalakshmi. So one devotee was with me and then he said, now we go inside, they will chant mantras, we have to chant opposite mantra what Mahaprabhu has taught. Dhanam Dehi, Janam Dehi, Rupavati Bharya Dehi. This will be wrong. Dhanam Dehi, Dhanam Dehi, Janam Dehi. The priest will chant this mantra here. And you should chant Na Dhanam, Na Janam, Na Sundari. Mahaprabhu, when he was serving Brahmana, and when Brahman blessed Mahaprabhu, he will get a lot of wealth, he will get a good wife, he will get many children, he will get a lot of material opulences. And Mahaprabhu, Vishnu, 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 what blessings you are giving? Give me the blessings to become Krishna conscious. He said, this is not the blessing. 2 times it happened. Another time that Lalitpur Sannyasi was also giving same blessings. There also Mahaprabhu said this. And here also he said, you mean that I will become Krishna conscious too. That is the real blessing. Krishna Mati Rastu. Krishna Mati Raudi. This is the blessing, real blessing of Vaishnava. Like, may you always remain Krishna conscious. And Virakti Anyatra. Those who actually become Krishna conscious, they become virakta. It doesn't mean they become inactive, lazy. They can be active in this world, but they never have attachment to this material world. Arjuna is fighting in the battlefield, but he is not concerned about whether I win or lose. Neither is concerned about what I am going to get out of after winning. He is just simply thinking that Krishna wants me to fight. Let me fight to the best of my capacity so that I can bring good results for Krishna. That is his meditation. What will I get out of it? That's no calculation at all. It's only Krishna's pleasure. And therefore a devotee remains detached in this way. This is the way to remain detached. Moment I think, what will I get out of it? That means you are getting entangled into the fruits. And fruits getting entangled means attachment. Attachment to the fruits is the cause of bondage in this material. Therefore Krishna says, give fruits to me, I will handle it. On the fruits you offer it to me. And when Sri Krishna sees such a detachment, then actually a devotee can handle those fruits also properly on behalf of the Lord. That's how Krishna consciousness is so wonderful. When you are attached to Krishna, one will be able to handle everything properly and detached. One will be able to actually properly take responsibilities as leaders also. When you are fully Krishna conscious. But when you become self-centered, selfish, forgetting God, then the hankering of mind and senses, one just acts for one's own behalf. And therefore there is so much of complications in the material world. Everybody is carrying very heavy karma, especially in Kali Yuga. And therefore you find suddenly some disaster takes place and finished. Because karma is so complex. You find somebody is so successful, wealthy, educated, and suddenly no more. What is waiting for anybody knows, nobody knows. Karma is very complex. And somebody is very sinful, and somebody is very doing all wrong activities, and is flourishing. Material world can see like this sometimes. That is also bewildering. But actually they become fully Krishna can understand. Nothing is bewildering. He has done something good in his past, now he is enjoying. Now he is going to suffer for his simple activities. So Krishna consciousness actually gives complete vision. What is happening in this material world. Everything can be seen properly. And therefore, a devotee understands, why should I get into this business of enjoyment and sinful activities and material activities? Let me become purely Krishna conscious. Let me clean my heart completely and make that heart as a resident place for the Supreme Lord, who is all loving, who is supreme well-wisher of everyone. Let me place him in my heart. And when a devotee does that, then under Krishna's shelter and Krishna's direction, all his activities become very auspicious, most auspicious. And every activity a devotee performs in Krishna consciousness produces a blissful experience in the heart. Such an experience that devotee doesn't want anything in return back also. He just wants opportunity to serve. Because that experience of serving Krishna gives such a satisfaction to the heart. The devotee is not interested even to see the fruits of himself. He just wants service, seva. That is the absolute nature of devotional service. Everything becomes relational. Every thought, every action, every word the devotee speaks is a source of simply joy. Pratipadam Purna Amrita Swada. Every moment there is a nectarian experience. Mahaprabhu is saying this. Cheto Darpana Marjana Bhava Mahadhavami Nirvapana Shaya Kairav Chandrika Vitarana Vidya Vadhu Jivana. The real knowledge is also awakened. Bhakti leads to two things. One is renunciation and one is knowledge. These are two children of Bhakti Devi. Vairagya Vidya. Real knowledge is awakened means you see everything happening in this world from Krishna's perspective, and therefore all doubts are finished. There are no doubts in this world. Real knowledge is awakened. Prema Bhakti Jaha Haite Avidya Vinashirati. Divya Gyan Hruday Prakashita. All avidya, all ignorance is finished. All doubts are finished. And Pratipadam Purna Amrita Swadana. Yamunacharya also says same thing. Yadavadi mama cheta Krishna Padaravinde Navanavadasa Dhammi Udyaman. Since the time I have become Krishna conscious, I am getting every moment as a new experience. And it is so satisfying to the heart. Navanavadasa. Now different mellows experience and relation. And when I remember these material pleasures which I have enjoyed previously, I feel disgusted about it. Pleasure, topmost pleasure of this material world is sex pleasure. If I remember sex pleasure, I just spit at the thought. Why this thought is coming? Why this dirty thought is coming in my mind? I spit at the thought. So this is the experience of the people are hankering and they are doing all the arrangement for these pleasures, and pure devotees is disgusting. Why is coming? I don't want to enjoy this pleasure. Like sometime the soul may have enjoyed in the pig's body some pleasure. Now if you see that pleasure, when you are in pig's body, the pleasure of the pig is to enjoy the stool. It's very appealing for the pig. But now if you see from the human body the pig's pleasure, how it appears? Disgusting. What kind of pleasure is this? Similarly for a pure devotee, this pleasure, as he says, I spit at the thought of this pleasure. That is the experience of pure devotee who is relishing the love. The love and lust is the opposite. Therefore he said, I spit at the thought. So you can understand the greatness of devotional service. And all other pleasures in this world, they just become insignificant or disgusting because of that experience in Krishna consciousness. That is renunciation. Renunciation is not, oh, I want to do enjoy, but what to do? I have to devotees. I have become devotee now. That is condition, practicing stage, maybe mindset like that. But the pure devotees is that they don't remember also. In very advanced stage, this thought also may not come in their minds. But even thoughts comes, he just disgusted with those thoughts. So that's how it is. So there is no need of becoming afraid for anybody. Vairagya. The Vairagya is simply becoming free from miseries. The Vairagya from the troublesome situations. Okay. Anybody has a question? Comments? Prabhupada is saying here, Mayavadi also tried to become renounced artificially without Krishna consciousness. Simply by their intellectual strength, Jagan Mithya. But there cannot come out actually, because it is not some intellectual adjustment, renunciation. It is Param Drushta Nivartate. Experiencing Krishna's. Param Drushta means the higher taste. When one receives Krishna's grace, then the renunciation becomes actually stabilized. Krishna consciousness is wonderful. Why should I leave it? Why should I sacrifice? I don't want to leave this for anything of this world. So that is how the devotees, in devotional service, everybody has that renunciation. Those who are even grahasthas, who are sincerely practicing, they also can become renounced in the same spirit. You can see Sri Mahaprabhu's times as devotees were there. They were completely detached. Mahaprabhu was offering them so many material allurements. Brahma's position, Indra's positions. No least interested. Because they were satisfied so much in Krishna consciousness experience. All those hankerings, they just... It's not that a devotee has to struggle. It becomes insignificant. Just like when you are in the body of human body, the ant's body is insignificant for you. Is there any craving comes that I want to become king of the ants? Anybody else craving like that? So when the pure devotee also sees the Brahma's position like that. We are not able to see it. We see, oh, Prime Minister, President of India. If you are put in ant's body, then you see the king of the ants, queen of the ants. So depending on what you are placed in consciousness, you see the thing like what? The pure devotee is out of this material world. He can see everything from the Brahma's position, Indra's position as insignificant, insects. Those who are becoming associates of the Lord, every moment is a revelation. There is no hankering and there is no lamentation. Everything is, every thought, every words, every action is simply producing joy in that consciousness. That is Krishna consciousness. Mind is completely absorbed. One is attached to Krishna. That's a natural state of every living entity's existence. The soul becomes completely attracted to Krishna, absorbed in Krishna's service. Then all the misery is finished. Jeev Krishna Das Ei Vishwas Korole Ar Dukkhanai. If one gets that firm faith that I am a servant of Lord Hari, where is the misery remains? All miseries are finished. Jeev Krishna Das Ei Vishwas Korole Ar Dukkhanai. That is Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Jai.